Okay, so I'm pregnant. I don't even know how to start this video. I'm just gonna say it, like, I'm pregnant. I think I've just been saying that lately to like my friends and my family. Like, I don't know how you bring that out. Like, that's such amazing news. I have to just say it. So it's amazing. I'm pregnant. I am so ecstatic about it, and I'm so happy to share like my journey with you guys. And so here are the pregnancy symptoms that I have already experienced in my first 4 weeks. Now, I haven't been to the doctor yet, so I'm not absolutely like 100% about exactly how far along I am, but I'm pretty sure I'm about 4 weeks, going into 4.5 now by the time that you see this video. So the main symptom that I am experiencing, if you haven't already guessed it, is that I am thirsty. I have never in my entire life been this thirsty, okay? And I don't even like water that much, but water to me is like the most amazing thing. I don't know what it is, but I am just like in love with water. I'm so thirsty that I had to go buy a new water bottle because the one that I had wasn't this big. Like, and this water bottle holds 32 ounces of water. If you drink, I believe 4 of these, then it's like a gallon of water, and I drink about a gallon of water a day. And in addition to your blood needing the water, the sac inside your stomach where the baby is gonna be, the amniotic fluid is also building up, and so the baby needs that. And also the baby, well, not just the water, but anything that you eat, you know, goes to the baby, or you drink, that it goes to the baby, but it goes through the water that you drink. So the nutrients that the baby is in need of is going through the water. So if you haven't been guessed, the other one, shortness of breath is another one of my symptoms. So yeah, I'm already getting like out of breath right now. Fatigue. I have been more tired than normal, so I just try to take everything slow. But yeah, fatigue is something that you'll notice when you're pregnant. You're more tired. It makes sense though. The baby is growing inside of you, and your body is working twice as hard as it normally would. So you get tired faster, and you need more rest, you need more sleep. So I'm definitely more tired than I normally am, and so I try to just take things slow. Yeah, my hormones, oh my gosh, are raging. Like, I could be like so happy, and then I can get really sad really fast, or upset, or angry, or whatever. But most of the time it's like happy or sad. But I've been trying to keep my spirits up lately. I know that my hormones are affecting me, but I've been doing really well. My husband's been really good and supportive and helpful, and he listens to me like complain sometimes, and he listens to the good and the bad. So that helps, like, have someone who you can talk to and express yourself to, like, to have that. But yeah, definitely you're more tired and your hormones are raging. I think more so than anything with my hormones, it's just been that I've been very, 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 very emotional. Like, and even when I have my period, I've never been this emotional. So I can cry very quickly, very easily, and I can't control it. So that is a little frustrating for me because I like to be in control of everything. But yeah, definitely my hormones are raging, and I notice that I have to hold my tongue because, like, I'll just say something before I know it, and I don't mean to, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm sorry, like, did I just say that? So that's one thing that I notice as well with my hormones. I have had some cramping. They say that, like, in your first trimester, your uterus is stretching and growing. Apparently it grows like 500 times its normal size. Like, these are all things that I've been learning. So I'm not a doctor, okay? So I definitely should put that disclaimer out there. I'm not a doctor, so you should definitely consult a doctor. But I'm just telling you what I've learned and what's been helpful for me to understand. Because I did have some cramping, and I was kind of wondering about it. But anyways, it's your uterus. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's like the iPad is going off. Your uterus is growing, and your organs are moving around to accommodate that, to make room for the baby. So that's where the cramping comes from. Oh, another thing, since your uterus is growing, then it starts to touch your bladder a lot faster. And so I found that I have to go to the bathroom to go potty like so much more than ever. Like I already am like that. Like I drink a lot of water. You know, you drink the water, but even if you don't drink a lot of water, which you should be drinking a lot of water, but even if you weren't, you would still have to go potty a lot. It is a little bit annoying, but this is all part of the process. So very slight nausea. My nausea hasn't been, I haven't had the morning sickness. I hope that I don't have the morning sickness. But my mom didn't really have it, so I'm hoping that I don't get it, but I have been slightly nauseous. The baby doesn't like something, I can tell. Like I was eating a salad last night. It was amazing, like an pollo loco like salad, tostada salad. But I had some cilantro, and the cilantro tasted really strong to me, like way more strong than it normally does. And then I kind of started to feel a little nauseous. I was like, okay, the baby doesn't like the cilantro, so let me just like not eat that because I don't want to be feeling nauseous. A little dizziness like in the car, I noticed that as well. And I've also been like even though my hormones have been like funny, like I really have been really happy. Even more so than normal, so that's amazing. So I've been really happy. So those are my pregnancy symptoms. So if you're these are my recommendations for women who are 1 to 4 weeks pregnant, or you just found out you're pregnant and you're like, what do I do? Because I dealt with that and I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't know what to do. The first thing that you do is you take a pregnancy test. I have 2 that I took, and like I said, I'll tell you guys later at the end of the video if you want to know like my whole story. But this one has 2 lines you can see, and then this one it actually says pregnant. So I'll tell you guys a story if you guys want to hear like my story and what happened and all that. Buy a water bottle like I did. This water bottle is quite amazing. It helps me out. I would recommend you buy something you can hold on to like when you're walking around, because you kind of always want to have this with you. I'm even thirsty right now. Like I'm like so thirsty right now. It gets worse in the evening time for me. I don't know what that's about. I'm sure there's probably some science behind it. If I find out, I'll let you know. But anyway, buy your water bottle. And buy your prenatal vitamins. I keep mine in a little container. I'll pop a little thing in so you guys can see them. But yeah, I would recommend that you right away buy your prenatal vitamins. It's really important, and I've been hearing this, that you have your folic acid, okay? And I read somewhere that most women, pregnant women, should have between 300 to 800, I think that's milligrams. So the prenatal vitamins have that, and that helps with the baby's growth and development in the early stages. And the first trimester is really crucial because during this time, the baby is like growing, like it gets hard and it gets its veins and like all these different things it gets during this time. I hear you're gonna be more tired in this trimester than the others, so we'll see. Then I would recommend for you to let your family know what's going on. Some people choose to wait beyond the 1 to 4 weeks to let their family know because some people are afraid of miscarriage or whatever the case. Me, I have faith that God is gonna protect my baby, and I've been praying over the baby and me. But you know, if you have those fears and whatever the case, then you know you can wait. But I told my family this weekend, and then I've been letting my friends know as well. So yeah, definitely let your friends and family know what's going on with you. I'm even gonna send out announcements to some individuals that maybe we don't talk to as much that we are having a baby, because it's exciting. I then recommend that you begin eating healthy, because everything that you eat is going to your baby. And so especially in this like really precious time, like you want to make sure that the baby is getting the nutrients it needs so that it can grow properly. So definitely eat well. Anything that you are consuming that's not good for the baby, like caffeine, so if you're drinking coffee and like dark soda or tea even, which is killing me because I love tea, or if you drink alcohol, you smoke, of course, like you have to cut all of that out, because you're gonna otherwise affect your baby in a negative way, and you don't want to do anything that's gonna cause you to affect your baby in a negative way. Of course, you gotta find a doctor, you gotta find your own doctor that you're gonna go to that's gonna help you through this process and kind of evaluate your health and let you know what you need to be healthy during this process. I myself think it'd be great also to have a midwife, so you can choose to do that or not, but that's another thing that you might want to consider doing, is getting a midwife in addition to your doctor. It's also recommended that you calculate your due date. I think mine is going to be somewhere around next February, the end of February, beginning of March, but I'm still like checking into that, so I'll let you guys know next week if I made any more progress in that area. And you got to de-stress. One of the most important things during pregnancy is not to stress out, because you don't want to affect your baby negatively. So if there's people in your life that are stressing you out, stressful situations that you're in, you got to get out of those situations, because there's been some research on it that if your baby is, if you're experiencing stress, it affects your baby in the womb and even after. So you don't want to have those long lasting effects on your baby because you're stressed out. Like, just pull yourself out of the situation. Let your partner know, like, hey, this is the situation, let your man know. You need to not stress me out and just go along with what I say, because I have hormones, and he should be understanding, because your entire body is changing, and so he should be understanding of what you're dealing with and what you're going through, and he shouldn't make you feel bad about it. He should be trying to thank you for all the stuff that you're dealing with, and my husband has been so, like, he's been more amazing than I could even imagine. So I'm so happy for that. But there's some women I know, there's some of you that are doing this on your own, and I also want to encourage you that, if this is what God has given you, you can absolutely get through this and you can make this work, and everything is going to be okay. So those are my tips for you for the first 4 weeks of pregnancy. A lot of these things, like I said, you're going to carry on throughout your pregnancy, but you want to start strong so that your baby is in good hands and is starting off in a great way. Hey, so most women, if they found out, they're just finding out that they're pregnant when they get to the 4th week. So this is pretty amazing. Here's a photo of what the baby would look like at this state. And I decided to extend my telling my pregnancy story to next Friday, because I feel like this video was long enough and I give you enough information. If you are pregnant, congratulations. And for the rest of you that are following my journey, thank you. I'm so excited, and thanks for being here with me. Love you much. All the time, and one thing that remained consistent in my life was you guys, my jewels, and I love doing videos.